recording. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. We are back. The show is called TBR SSF Show, which simply means TBR Solution Sports Forum. It is myself, the sober boys, Wale Fatsi. I'm joined by the Man City man. That's Peter Stirrup. I'm sure he's hanging there, because neck and neck with Arsenal. What's your honest feeling? But just greet them, and then what's your honest feeling? Are you going to wrestle away the league?
Yeah. Welcome everybody. Welcome to another show. What do I think? I think, in a way, you've got to say advantage Arsenal, because it's in their hands again now, and there's only 2 games to go. So, yeah. Okay, mathematically, it's still possible. But if you look at the 2 fixtures that are remaining, they've got on Monday night, the Arsenal are playing Burnley, who are relegated already. I think the second bottom. And then they have a final game, like all the Premier League, as their final match, not this Sunday, but next Sunday. And they're playing Crystal Palace away. Now, they can't afford to drop points, but neither can Man City. So it's going to be close. I got a feeling it's going to go to the last game of the season. But you've got to say advantage Arsenal. And so, yeah, it's about who can handle the pressure and who can deliver the results now. But like you say, it's crunch time now, yeah? It's crunch time. So it's he who can handle the pressure, who's been there a little bit beforehand, maybe. Let's see. Advantage Arsenal. That's it.
Have you heard the news why Pep decides not to continue? Because at some point they wanted to give me 1-year extension, but it looks like after this is going to quit.
Really? No, I hadn't heard that. It's actually his contract is until next season, as far as I'm aware.
They've given him 1-year extension, but it seems as if no. That's the rumors that I pick up, on social media and all sorts of things. YouTube, it's like he may decide not to continue. I don't know whether, but I think Pep has been the most successful coach for
long time since Ferguson.
So I think you guys must create a statue for him, like Barcelona must create a statue for him.
Sure. Well, we got one of Kevin De Bruyne outside the Etihad Stadium now, so I think, I think Pep would need some kind of
Pep deserve it. Pep deserve
yeah, sure. But do you think there's any credence in those rumors? And if so, do you think it's possibly because he's trying to reconcile his marriage? Because, him and his wife, as you know, had split up.
Yeah.
Maybe he has to go back home, to make that right. And who knows? Only time will tell, Sobri.
Yeah, we'll see.
And who fills that gap?
That's another one. That's another one. That's another one. Now let's move on quickly. The news. Look, tomorrow, Mamelodi Sundowns, a big one. The Cup Final, Champions League. Wafa. Remember, Cardoso hasn't won any trophy now for this season. This is the only one. If he wins this one, and then guess what? This is the most important tournament or trophy for Mamelodi Sundowns. If he wins this one, 100%. What does this say? Does he say he's gonna stay or what? So those are some of the things that we need to look at. And guess what? The referee for the tournament has already been, chosen. A network is a problem, man. The referee for the tournament has been chosen. So I want to share that so that you see. I have a problem. Network. Since from during the day. Here we are. This is the referee for the day. Tomorrow as they play. So it's gonna be very tough for the referee. To be in the middle of the park, man, in a game like this one, it's very challenging. Very
Yeah,
challenging. Like now, Pirates and Sundowns people are making noise. Pirates has been favored and all that, but we'll talk about that one. That's another subject to talk about. This is the referee. KEF has confirmed that referee Joan Ndala will remain in charge of KEF Champions League final in Pretoria. I remember apparently they wanted him to change as far they wanted him not to continue, but KEF has confirmed him. So it's one of those things. So what's your take about this thing of referees, Pete?
big pressure, especially towards the end of the season there. I don't know if you were privy to the game where City's last game where Arsenal's last game
Mm,
where they had they were playing West Ham United, and remember I said in our last show that if they win that one, they're probably going to go on to win the league. Well, they did win that 1-0. However, in the dying minutes of that game,
mm-hmm,
the referee was and VIR made a decision that there was an offence in
mm-hmm,
the box there where the player was holding on to uh, David Raya. He had
mm,
his arm across him, and the
mm,
goal was disallowed. Now that was crucial, not
mm,
just for
mm,
Man City's title hopes, but also for West Ham's survival hopes.
mm,
They needed the points, um, just like City needed the points, or
mm,
Arsenal needed
mm,
the points.
mm,
So huge decision and huge controversy
mm, mm,
on that
mm,
game there. So yes, it's this final now, CAF
mm-hmm,
Champions League final now.
mm,
Huge pressure for these referees
mm,
because
mm,
they know what it means to those teams that play that final. They know what it means. And all eyes are on referees these days,
mm, mm,
especially
mm,
under this VAR sort of like thing
mm,
that's coming to our continent now in South Africa.
mm,
And as I've said before, a lot of supporters are saying, yes, great. It'll get rid of the controversies.
mm,
Not
mm,
necessarily so, eh? I mean,
mm.
if you look at the controversy that has arisen because of that game,
Yeah.
sure,
Mm,
huge,
mm.
huge.
Yeah. Remember, VAR is also meant by human beings.
Correct.
Correct?
Yeah.
So remember, at some point, they are going to come in and make
Yes.
a determination. Those human beings, whatever
And
that,
good luck to them. Yeah.
yeah, whatever that you are just trying to run away from, it will still come. So whether you are not happy, and then, but you know what? I think it's a majority rule at the end of the day. So,
Yeah. The other thing, Sobri,
mhm, mhm,
a championship is won over not one game. It's won over 30 games in terms of the PSL, and 38 in terms of the English Premier League. So,
mm, mm, mm,
over that 38 games, you're going to
mhm,
get decisions for you and you're going to get decisions
against
against you.
me. Mm, mm,
So,
mm,
that's just the way it is. And you've
mm,
just got to accept the fact that it's as humans and as a system, it's not perfect. But
mm,
um, the question would be for the viewers out there who watch the Premier League because they've not experienced here in South Africa as yet.
mm,
Um,
mm,
do we believe, or viewers, do they believe that it's actually improved the game or made it worse? Because what I see that sort of like annoys me a little bit is
mm,
the amount of time that it takes to,
mm,
reach a decision. In that particular game, the Arsenal against West Ham,
mm,
it was like 4 minutes for the
mm,
VAR to actually come to a conclusion. And
mm,
then
mm,
the referee was still had to go to the screen to make a
mm,
decision when it had already been referred.
mm,
So
mm,
that's a bit of an annoyance. And I know
mm,
for a fact that
mm,
Wolves, who were the bottom team now going out of the league now into the championship in England now.
mm,
They've
mm,
said they've put a complaint in saying they want VAR to be removed.
mm,
But
mm.
that's not I don't think it's going to go away, but
No.
what we have to do, we have to clarify certain rules. I
Mm,
mean, if you look at the wrestling matches in the box these
mhm,
days,
mm,
um, it's and it happens. All teams do it. They
mm,
pull and shove and push,
mm,
and that's where the inconsistency
mm, mm,
it's in the application of the rule or the
mm,
rules by
mm,
the referees and the
mm,
rules themselves not necessarily being clear.
mm, mm,
So it's
mm.
not the be all and end all. It's not gonna you know solve all problems within the PSL
Mm, mm,
uh,
mm,
that
mm,
that some of the fans would raise.
mm, mm, mm,
It might just bring different
mm, 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 mm.
outcomes. Let's put it that way. But in
Yeah.
theory, it should be better.
Mm.
But I think it's going to be interesting.
It's going to be very interesting. Yeah, I'm sure we all know that the committee, the PSL committee met, discussed the issue of VAR.
Hmm.
So, we will see what's going to happen. So those are some of the things we are watching very closely. Now, it cannot be perfect, all right?
No, it won't be perfect.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's also something that has to be embarked on, you know? You can't say, no, we don't want VAR, and then what else do we do? Okay? And then, because it's important that if you ask me where I'm sitting, I think VAR has improved football. That's me. Because I see no more controversies like before. All right.
No.
Nowadays, there are a lot of controversies in the past, and then yeah. So these days you don't see that. Okay. This is the meeting of the technical committee of SAFA. This is the finance committee, Mr. Mkolisi Spam, who confirmed that they are in the process of ensuring that when the season starts, they start with VAR. We've been complaining about that. They said a lot of work has been done. Not only that, this meeting was also discussing about Hugo Bros. Others are saying he should stay. And then they said no, they are busy now with processing of appointing a coach. And then they said if Hugo Bros is interested, he should also apply like the rest of the coaches. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Yeah. So do you want to say something about VR and Safa?
Yeah. I think look, it's we can debate whether VAR is good or whether VAR is bad, and I'm sure I'd love to hear the viewers' view on it though. That
Mm,
would be
mm,
great, and let's see what they say there. But don't you think two things? Don't you think that we have no choice but to implement it because the rest of the world are implementing it? So if
yeah,
we want to be seen in
yeah,
as an equal in the rest of the world, we got to do as others do. It should be one
yeah,
standard for all leagues.
yeah,
That's the
yeah,
one thing. And the other
yeah,
thing is for me now, it's
yeah,
great that they're going to bring it in next season though, but don't you think, like most things that you introduce, you need a test run? Maybe a friendly or, something like that.
yeah,
To
yeah.
bring it in immediately,
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah, I don't know, eh? I don't think they
Yeah.
did that in England, by the way. I
Mm,
don't think they
mm,
did. I'm not sure how they introduced it now, if I'm honest with you, because it's been around for quite a while.
mm,
But
mm,
it's
mm,
just a little itch in the back of my head there that says, "Yo, you're going to open the season now, and
mm, mm.
it's a new technology. Everybody's got to get used
Exactly.
to it. The
Exactly.
referees have got to get used to it. The
Mm, mm,
VAA has got to get used to it. The supporters, the teams have got to get used to
mm,
it. And
mm.
here we go, boom, straight away. Worries me a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Look, I see that Smuna Munan has joined us. Lilekere Laupina. He's playing tomorrow. No, it's on Sunday, the cup final. So I'm sure he's looking forward to that.
Yeah, we are.
I see that you are trying to settle, but it's fine. While you're still trying to settle. Remember, it's not only the cup final. I also want to talk about, I want Simona Monan to tell me about the cup final as a Sundawana fan. But at the same time, I also want to look. Cardoso seems to be not happy, feels that Orlando Pirates is being given advantage as compared to Mamelodi Sundowns. Is lamenting that you know what, Pirates is not playing too many games, and some people are saying, although we rely largely on social media, you know, because you don't get the news wherever we get the news, and then we rely on that one. So Cardoso says, you know, they play like they played, was it Tuesday or Wednesday, and they're playing this Sunday. So Cardoso was not a little bit happy about that, to say, why do they allow, why are they playing? And then he went further to say, if you go overseas, you know, like here in Africa, teams like Al Ahly, when they have a CAF game, they make sure that you know, there is in between there are no games. So he's really lamenting. I don't know, Simona Monani, I don't know whether you want to join us on that subject. If you can open up your mic. Your mic is closed. As a Sandawana fan, are you also feeling that Cardoso has a point? Greet the viewers, let's get moving.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Only Sundowns have got the massive challenges against everything, and we are happy that finally, not only Cardoso could see that, but everybody who is supporting the PSL is aware of what Pirates have been getting the favors. From what Cardoso was saying on Sunday,
yeah.
Truly speaking, you cannot allow a team to play a game on Saturday and go and play another game on Tuesday and travel to Mali for a game on Friday and then come back on Saturday and play on Tuesday. After playing on Tuesday and play on Saturday for a Champions League again. To me, truly speaking, it doesn't really make sense. And for fairness and for fair play, how do you allow a league to end 2 weeks after the two teams that are competing for the league? One have just finished the league 2 weeks in advance, and the other one is still competing. And in these competitions, this other one have got 2 weeks full for each.
You know,
count the others.
It
doesn't make sense.
I don't know how do you. To be honest, every end of the season, we are talking about Arsenal and Manchester United. They are playing next week Sunday, final game, isn't it? And they're all playing at the same time. It has always
you mean Man City, yeah?
Man City, sorry. Now I'm confused with your neighbors now, eh?
It's okay.
So
yes, look, I think that for me, the final match of the season should be aligned to be all played on the final day of that season. So that I would agree with. That I would agree with. I know you can make case that, you know, fixtures this, etc., etc., etc. But I mean, it could well be as it might well be in the English Premier League, a decider, you know, on who actually lifts the crown. And I think that's important for everything. I mean, fair dues. I think you've got a point there, Simonali, that, you know, there's 2 games to go for Pirates and Sundowns are finished. I mean, and, you know, that's that's way out of Canter, in my opinion. There, it should be closer. And the final game. So every other league, like La Liga, etc., they've all tightened up on that aspect of the game. I think the other way to look at it, if you look at it, on the other side, I think it is difficult to reschedule games and fit them all in. But if other leagues can do it, why can't we?
But let me ask this.
Yeah.
As Munan, I want you to participate as a Sundowns fan because I want to hear how you feel. There's one thing that I don't understand. Pirates is not in the CAF.
Yeah.
Sundowns is in the CAF. How did it happen that Sundowns, they've finished their games? Pirates still have 2 games. You know that logic? That's one thing that I don't understand. I'm asking that question as a genuine question. If you're a Pirates fan or an ordinary fan like me, I'm a Cosmos fan. How come? How did it happen that Sundowns they finished their game, Pirates still have 2 games? Smuna, come in.
Truly speaking, and to be honest with you, I'm gonna be brutally honest and straightforward to the point. Our PSL administrators have been extremely biased. There are games where once they realize that Pirates was becoming on form or played 2 or 3 games in which they are being interrupted or they are being not performing according to the par, the next 2 games would be postponed for no apparent reason. I remember there was another game which was postponed because Orlando was being used by the church something, and the game was postponed further. Whereas we have got plenty of stadiums that can be utilized for that day. So if you can realize, by the time when Orlando Pirates was still part of CAF before they could be knocked out, all their games were postponed, and then the Sundowns game were postponed. However, the moment Pirates were knocked out of the TBR Chapions League, all the Sundowns games were requested to be played on a catch-up moment. I remember there was a game when Sundowns came back from Tunisia. When they come back, they requested the game to be played on Saturday. And then the PSL administrator said, no, the game was scheduled to be played on Wednesday. Sundowns said, no, we came back on Sunday. We can't play on Wednesday. They said, no, you need to abide. Then Sundowns had to play a game on Wednesday. After playing on Wednesday, they had to go and play again on Saturday. Where is the logic in terms of that?
So are you going to?
Yeah, the other way of looking at it as well.
No, come in, Pete. Yeah, I can see that it's breaking.
Sorry,
but you can talk. Pete, you can talk.
So the other way to look at it is we're not. I'm talking. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yes, we can hear
you.
The other way to look at it as Mamelodi Sundowns in this particular instance, it could be any team. We're actually disadvantaging South Africa here as well. It's not just Mamelodi Sundowns. They're representing at this stage our only interest in the CAF Champions League there. So we should try and make it possible for them to actually have the best possible chance of securing that trophy for South Africa, not just for Mamelodi Sundowns. So yeah, I think there could be improvements made there. Whether it's a case of favoritism as we've seen here, that it's difficult to prove that, but people have their feelings and their opinions, and I think they're welcome to that. And I think in this case, it is very strange that that they finished all their games, and Pirates have 2 games, and yet we've still got the very important game, against in the final. I think there's a point there. I think there is a point there. There's definitely a point for improvement, if nothing else.
Look, I've been saying it on this show that this thing of board of directors being owners of the team, it's a conflict of interest right from the beginning. Well, the reasoning why was done, it was good, to be honest. There was the George Tabe, the old man, who was there as El Supremo, very suppressive according to the guys who broke away, your Kaiser Mtaung, Jomo Sono, and Dr. Ivan Koza. They felt that he was very autocratic. They didn't know what is happening with the affairs of the league. They were not getting enough money. Now they're getting enough money. Every team is doing well. But, they still bad. If you have, because now, when we ask this question that how come that Pirates still has 2 games to play and Sundowns has finished, and Pirates is not even in the CAF. Sundowns is in the CAF. So, it end up creating insinuation and a negative narrative. When you are you are a leader, I'm not saying Dr. Goza is not the leader. You need to avoid insinuation. All right, because I'm sure your Sundowns fan are insinuating, just like Cardoso is complaining, is lamenting, he's going further and say the referees, they favor Pirates and so on. But Munan, I'll come back. When I come back, let's continue from there. I just want to share the books quickly, and then so that we move on quickly. Now, we encourage you to read. This is one of the books. It's called How to Get Out of Bad Debts, Use Other People's Money and Resources to Get Rich. And then, so it's a question of learning from others. Here is another one, Secrets for Becoming Rich, which was the first book. And then this one is the first and second edition. And then the other one is this one, how I turned 500 Rand into $1 million business. You can do the same. If one person can do it, why not? Anyone can do it. Now, Simona Munan, let's go back. I don't know whether you are part of these people who are saying this. I've heard on social media that there are people who are already saying Cardoso must go. What's your take? Simona Munani?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I can hear you, yeah. Do you agree with those people?
Yes, the biggest problem with the issue of Cardoso was when he got the turning point and things were going well from within the team. And truly speaking, if miracles doesn't happen, that Pirates could make a mistake and ended up losing the league to Sundowns. And Cardoso failed to manipulate the team to win the Champions League with effect from Sunday. The pressure will be extremely on him. There are games wherein, to me, Sundowns could have sealed the league a while ago. Had he utilized the players according to their strengths and had he approached the games according to the importance and hierarchy and the manner in which things were going. Truly speaking, the Sunday game, we're going to be extremely under pressure. And for him to save his life, he must win the game. And remember, each and every person is always measured or being being said or being seen as a successor based on what he or she has achieved. So for Cardoso now, this is his first full season in which he have to show the supporters and the fans that I have achieved A, B, and C on my full season. We couldn't win MTN 8, we couldn't win Coca-Cola, Carling Blake Label, we couldn't win Nedbank. Now we couldn't win the league, which is 4 cups that we couldn't even be able to clinch one. Now he's left with 1. For me, if I were to say I'm supporting the mass of saying he must go, provided if he doesn't win the Champions League, then he can go.
All right, let's go on. Pete.
That one, I will put it straight.
Okay. Pete. Tomorrow, FA Cup. What's happening?
Yes.
Yeah. Tell us.
Well,
FA Cup.
Chelsea versus Manchester City final. It's being played tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock South African time. I think you've got to say that Man City probably are the favourites, but they were the favourites last year and lost to Crystal Palace. So
Yeah.
it's a one game. It's a one game scenario, and under those conditions, I guess anybody can win it. But yes, I think it'll start cagey, and I think, like most things in football, the one that scores the first goal will take the first blood, and therefore I think might have an influence how the game is played. Man City's play. They control possession, and then they do this tiki taka, yeah, and then hopefully, something happens in the middle, and away they go. But for me, if you look at Erling Haaland, you give him the ball, he'll score. Well, not all the time, but so they need to play to him, and that style of play doesn't really suit him. You must give him that ball. I mean, if you see the balls that get put through to him and he runs onto it, he reminds me a lot of Yaya Toure actually when he plays like that. So obviously, I've got blue eyes. I'm hoping for Manchester City take that because I think the league's going to be Arsenal's. I think so.
Okay. Smuna, what do you think? Who's going to win the FA Cup?
Our Chelsea is going to win.
Okay.
There we go.
All right. There you go. Now I have
Chelsea is going to win.
Yeah. All right.
Remember what happens. Remember what happens when Chelsea won the Champions League back then. All the odds were against them.
Yeah.
And now Chelsea are really struggling, highly struggling now. And that's where, in many cases, they are very much dangerous.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what?
Look what happens during the Club World Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened?
Exactly. Yeah, they beat PSG. Yeah.
Yes.
And nobody would have given them a chance there. That's for sure. But look what happened.
Yes.
Okay, guys. Barcelona has run away with the league. And over and above that, there is a drama at Real Madrid. There's no order. Players are fighting at the playing ground. I don't know what's happening there. Some people are blaming Mbappe. The fans booed him. His own fans.
That's correct.
And I'm sure the Barca fans enjoyed the rivalry between the two. Messi was so happy when they won, and then apparently phoned some of the players. I think it's Rashford said he got a call from Messi. But I've seen the news that is going back to Man United. Remember that is his heart. His heart is there. But it would have been nice for Barcelona to keep him, but they didn't want to spend money. I see. It would be nice to get him because what is happening there, Cardoso and Mamelodi Sundowns, I'll show you some of the things, whereby is insinuating a lot of things. Some people are saying, is Cardoso shifting the blame? He does not want to accept. Remember, he hasn't won anything this season. So Mamelodi Sundowns, if they don't win that cup on Sunday, it would have been one of the driest years for Mamelodi Sundowns. And then I heard him saying, if they win the Champions League, then he would want to see his back. That was Smuna Munan. I don't know whether it's a feeling of Mamelodi Sundowns or not, but we'll take it from there. Now, Chief, having said, Barcelona having won the Champions League, I think they were regarded as, team of the season. I think that could be attributed to Spain because they've done well in Spain, but there's no one who won the Copa Cup. the other cup. Copa del Rey. No one won it because to say team of the season now, they didn't win the Champions League, okay, but they've won the league. They've won the league, and then team of the season in England. Do you think it will be Man City? Man City, especially if they win
if they win the triple, yes.
Yeah.
But I think Arsenal are going to have a say in that. And
Yeah.
Arsenal got a very tough game against PSG. So, you know, it's difficult to say who's the team of the season. I think they both had good seasons. You see, the problem for me, though, with Arsenal, they seem to always give away an advantage. That seems to be their problem at the moment. They were 8 points clear, I think, at one stage. And, now it's still under question whether they can secure it or not, although I think they will. But they let the door be open again, instead of just, having that killer instinct and going there. But I think it's just pressure. It's just pressure. But it's also possible for Arsenal not to win anything. They could lose the Champions League final, and they could surrender the league, which I don't think so, but it's possible. Anything's possible at this stage.
I wish they win the league.
But yeah,
they have not won the league for many years.
Many years.
And
early 2000, I think.
If they win the league, I'm sure they'll retain Arteta. I think Arteta has a future. And then Hansi Flick has shown to be one of the brilliant coaches this world has seen. I'm sure Arteta will go in that mode too. It would be nice to see that. But I love Pep. I wouldn't mind if Pep wins. But if you ask me now, I would definitely feel that let Arsenal take this one, especially the league, so that they get motivated. Now, as we're talking about Real Madrid, they say it's a mess. They've been exchanging fists there in the training ground. And people are starting to blame Mbappe to say he's a disconnection. I don't know what to take about that. They say he's a disconnection, he's a distraction. Because remember, Mbappe said he went on holiday with his girlfriend. So people are angry that he posted a pic relaxing with his girlfriend. And then they said, no, we're told that the guy is injured. What's your take about that? Shouldn't he go out and because that could be part of relaxing. Let me go with my girlfriend, do something that is not intense, that wants my mind and everything. Is it not that part of relaxing?
So how would your employer, let's just mix it up a little bit there. How would your employer say, look, I'm not feeling well, although this is a physical injury, it's not necessarily, let's say I broke a leg and then I go away. I mean, how would my employer feel about it, those days? It's difficult. It's difficult. I mean, for me personally, if you're incapacitated, I mean, if I broke my leg, it wouldn't stop me from working, for example. I mean, I've still got my hands, I've still got my, and I'm a desktop or was a desktop type worker. I could make a plan to work. But with Mbappe, that's his game. He's, he can't play football. So I think the problem that these guys make is, if he'd have just taken away, gone away quietly and maybe done what he wanted to do and just came back quietly, he wouldn't have drawn maybe as much attention as what he did there. But you see, fans expect you to be in the stadium supporting your team. That's what they expect, and I think they've got a point in some respects. It's a difficult call, that one, but I mean, the season's. I mean, he's got the World Cup coming up soon, and he's part of the squad. So there was probably some time for him to do what he wanted to do, post-season. I mean, there's only a couple of games. In fact, Yeah, it's a difficult call.
Mm, 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 mm. It's
I
happening there. It's happening there. There's a whole lot of news that we get. These are social media that we get around this story. People are blaming Mbappe. And I'm told that even Madrid now, they want to terminate their contract. But it's not only Mbappe who's got problem. People are also pointing fingers at Pires. Remember, they're going for the next election for the new president. People are saying, no, 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 no. You know what? His ideas are outdated. So maybe we need a new guy. But from the grapevine, there's no one who has shown up, who has come out and say, I'm challenging him. And then, but Kylian Mbappe, I think he should worry. If I were him, I would worry because they were even worried who's going to afford him. Is it Man City? Maybe you need to come in there, or Newcastle because they need somebody with big pocket. Or does he go to Saudi Arabia? And it doesn't look like he has an appetite
No,
to Saudi Arabia.
no.
Mm.
No, the latest rumors, if he
Mm.
was to leave, they say Liverpool are the favourites to go there, but Man United might also go there. Arsenal may go there.
Mm.
I don't think. Look, I could be wrong. He's a fantastic player, and
Mm.
he'd be great in a Man City shirt. But
Mm.
at the moment now, if I look at the squad there, whose position would he be taking?
Mm. Mm.
You know what I mean? I think Pep's got a nice balance at the moment. So,
Mm.
and I don't know what kind of price he would come at. It's really
Mm.
quite expensive. But this
Mm.
this story at the moment now, the fans
Mm.
booing him. It's
Mm.
not good.
Mm.
Apparently there's an online petition, eh?
Mm.
It's called Mbappe Out.
Mm.
Has got
Mm.
over 73 million signatures.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah,
And
but I
guess
can
what?
guarantee I
Mm.
can tell you one thing, they won't all be Real Madrid supporters, obviously, that are making that. There'll
Mm.
be Barcelona supporters who'd like to see the back of him, I'm sure. So
Yeah, just like
no,
Pires. Pires
yeah,
said
sure.
he wanted something on Messi. He has always been in denial. He just recently admitted that Messi is something else. He's beyond what we think.
Mm.
Yeah. And as you can see, they are blaming him for Alonso to leave. They are blaming him for Abaloa to have problems. What would you say if you were sitting in Mbappe's corner and then all this noise is coming? Everybody's saying all what they are saying. Not only that, even, this was a shocker. Nasser El Khalifi,
Mm.
he start to regret that maybe Mbappe was the one who was supposed to leave, not Messi. But unfortunately,
Yeah.
one who gave him, that ego, and people are starting to tell him that, hey man, even Neymar, when Messi was coming, he rolled a red carpet for Messi. And then
Mm.
remember Neymar wanted to give Messi the armbands as a captain. Messi said, no, I'm not going to take it. You are the captain, you need to continue. So Nasser El Khalifi could not see that. I don't know what happened. And he didn't treat Messi well. That's my opinion from my distance. Maybe I'm not correct. So now he's regretting. But the other thing that I like, Mbappe has admitted that Messi has had a very positive influence on him. Said I grew up supporting Ronaldo. Said, when you grow up supporting somebody, you'll fight to defend him. But he said, after playing with Messi, playing with him very close, then I realized that this man is from another world. It
Yeah.
was hear that from me. So what's your take about
It's a
saying this?
yeah. Well, first let me say one thing here. According to Mbappe, he said that
That if
Arbeloa
it
told
was
him,
Mbappe who had left instead of
yeah.
Messi, we would have had 4 Champions League by now. It's too
It's
late.
difficult to say that. Speculation. It's
It's too late.
speculation, but you probably would have been in a better position, possibly, because You cannot compare. I mean, Mbappe is a fantastic player, and I'd say put him in blue any day. But you can't compare Mbappe with not at this stage anyway, not with Messi. But yes, anyway. But the interesting part of this fallout, if you like, was that he said the coach told me tonight that I was the fourth striker in the squad behind Vinny, Gonzalo, and Mascherino. I have to work harder than them if I want to play, if I want more playing time. And then obviously, then the coach said, when he had his next public statement, he said, I never said that to Mbappe. He probably misunderstood. Yeah, the Madrid coach was saying before, adding, I'm the manager and I decide who wants to play and who doesn't. So things are not good between those two guys, eh? That's for sure at this stage. And you know, it's in the media now, so it's never a good thing then. But he's look, whether you like it or not, or whether it's the right decision or not, Mbappe has upset, the Real Madrid fans. And that's not in a position that you really want to be. He's laughing it off a little bit. He'll say he'll just play his football and, it'll go away in time. And probably he's right, and the good thing about this is it's towards the end of the season. So any protest that's going forward now is going to lose. It's going to lose a bit of steam now, because the end of the season is coming. So
what about?
I think he must keep a low profile, get on with his football, and prove, that he's still got an interest there. And yeah, look, he's human. He makes mistakes.
Yeah,
he did. He did what he did. He took some relaxation time and. Who knows where this will go, but I think it will die down if he just keeps a quiet profile now and just keeps his head down and plays football.
You know what? Sometimes they say don't underestimate experience. Okay. I remember what's his name? Neymar said at some point. He was losing it. He was crying, a lot. And then Messi could see after joining Barcelona, could see that he's not happy. Then Messi went to him and said, "What's the problem?" He said, "Look, Neymar, the reason why we bought you, we bought Neymar. Can you bring Neymar that we bought? Play your football. Don't worry about me, Iniesta, Xavi. We bought you because we know that you are capable." All right. Then Neymar said after that things turned around. All right. So I'm saying this because Mbappe is now warming up towards Lionel Messi. So I'm saying this probably could be an opportunity for him to say, "Hey, let me keep in touch with Lionel and ask him." Messi has gone through a lot of challenges, being booed by these people in Argentina, comparing him with Maradona. That was too heavy. You don't want to Argentina, but when you're at Barcelona, you are phenomenal. All those things. So I turn to those guys and say, "Hey, man, how did you deal with this?" And I don't know what to take.
Yeah, I think. Well, he needs somebody to go to now because, well, they always said there's no smoke without fire there. But do you think he's really the problem? All the problems at Real Madrid now?
Some people are saying it can be Mbappe, it can also be Pires. But here is another theory. They are saying Mbappe was with PSG could not win the Champions League. Mbappe left, PSG won the Champions League, and they're going for the second Champions League. Remember, Enrique was just adamant, "I don't want this guy." All right? And then he left. He went to Real Madrid. Madrid has experienced drought. So that's another analogy. Some people are saying Pires is to blame, but probably I would agree with that analogy. Because if you look at the fact that he has given him too much power, and Mbappe is still young, remember? Remember, yes, maturity also plays a major role. When you are older, you think differently compared to when you are, still very young. Well, let's move on. The Messi special. Look, I don't know whether you've seen. These are the numbers. He reached 100 goals after 64 games. This is in MLS. And then Sebastian Dovinko, 95. Robbie Keane, 96. Carlos Vela, 98. Joseph Martinez, 105. What else do we have to say about this guy? And I don't know people who are still in doubt that this man is a genius. I don't know what are they doubting. Look, last week, during the week, when was that, on Wednesday or Thursday? Thursday morning? He scored a hat-trick. Although the third goal, they didn't want to attribute it to him. They were saying it's an own goal. But it was not an own goal because Messi kicked it, it hit the pole, and it hit the goalkeeper, it went in. How do you call it an own goal?
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
At his age, it's amazing.
Yeah.
The numbers are telling. For Barcelona, he has scored 672 goals. And you are talking about the midfielder, not the striker. Okay?
Yeah.
Scored 32 goals with PSG, where there's a rumor and noise that he didn't perform well. Pep put it this way. He said, Messi's off day, it's a good day for the majority of players.
Yeah.
That's what Pep said. Messi's off day, it's a good day. But I'm happy to see Madrid players are coming out. I saw Casemiro very talk well about Ronaldo. And of course, Ronaldo has done well. Said he's a machine. He's the best. He's doing all sorts of things. He also praised Bale. Then he said, Messi's another story. He's not he's from another planet. Okay? But what I like, he said, I take Messi and Ronaldo and put them aside. Then I can look at others. And you know what? Also his personality. It's another thing, I remember JJ occasion say, I saw Messi, then Messi was shouting, wanted to meet JJ. And JJ wanted to meet Messi. Then when they met, Messi said, hey man, Ronaldinho did not stop talking about you, man. You were the best as far as him is concerned. And then that touched JJ, because JJ said, are you also watching? Yeah, of course. It's a big thing. And then, last game that they played, these are the numbers. His numbers are ridiculous, man. This man has scored 89 goals just ever since he went there. And then and also 47 assists. And now he has won the all-time top goal scorer for Inter Miami, and then all-time assist Inter Miami, 2 MVP, Golden Boot, League Cup MVP, League Cup Golden Boot. Now what do we say now? So
he continues to deliver.
Yeah, no, and he's writing history every day. Sometimes we say this, and then we see something else, and then this guy, and then I don't know. That's Lionel Messi for you, and he's a genius. And then it will take years for us to have a player of this nature. David Beckham likes him. I think a lot of people are learning how David Beckham treated him. Just like Pep. Pep understood that guy. They said, those guys are big friends. The Man City player, they will tell you, hey, that guy, when he talks about Messi, he'll go all the way telling you there is a love between the two. They love each other and respect each other, and which is quite good. I don't know what you want to say, Pete. If we talk about Messi, you can talk so many things, man. The man is
Sure.
it's something that we never experienced, and then we are looking forward to the World Cup and see
We
how.
are indeed.
Pardon? We are looking forward. We want to see how are they going to perform when they go to the World Cup. I just did a little bit comparison with Ronaldo since they have left. I don't know whether you are aware of this. I saw on social media. Still have to be qualified and verified. Look, Messi reached 910 goals out of 1153, whereas Ronaldo reached 910 out of 1251. Can you see
Still
that?
good.
Can you see?
Yeah.
The ratio itself, it tells you something.
Sure.
It's something else. Yeah, well, Pete, when you do this show and when you talk Messi, we can't stop.
We can go on. Yeah.
Yeah, but good luck. I wish you good luck. Masandawana,
Yeah. Thank you.
you guys are representing us. Bring that star.
I think so too.
And then bring
We
that
wish them well.
Yeah, bring that star. We want to see whether the rumor, maybe what's his name again? Let him stop complaining about Pirates and concentrate. Cardoso, I think if he loses this cup, when he loses this cup, I think he's as good as gone. All right. And here is a player here, former player for Orlando Pirates, Innocent Mdleche, said, he's asking a very good question. Everyone knows that if they, meaning Pirates, they were involved in this Champions League, midweek games were going to be postponed, okay? But they wanted Sundowns to play during the week, every 3 days, so they can also point for, okay?
Draw points.
Draw points, yeah. For Pirates to win. So there is that rumor that Pirates, I still go back. This thing of owners of the team also running the league is a problem. All right. We are talking what we see. We are not against Orlando Pirates. As you can see here, Cardoso is very vocal that the referees were trying to help Orlando Pirates to win the league. I don't know. So let's hear from you out there. Do you agree with Cardoso that Sundowns were done a big blow? Or is it a question of Cardoso is bitter? He's not going to win anything. And he's aware that the door is wide open now. What's your take, Pete? Is it Cardoso?
Yeah.
Is it Cardoso bitter? Or does he has a point? But that's a
I think he has a point. I think he has a point to a point. Yeah.
Yeah.
He has a point. I mean, the numbers are there. That, like I said, they've completed the PSL now, and they're still in the CAF Champions League final.
That's one logic.
Something not right. But here's another comparison, eh? Traditionally the FA Cup final, used to be played at the end of the season.
Yeah.
And as you can see now, it's being played now this weekend, and there's still games to be played until next weekend. So things change.
Yeah.
The schedules change.
That could be.
Yeah.
That could be. That's
just another comparison.
That's another comparison.
Thought,
another thought,
yeah.
Another analogy, another theory.
Yes.
Okay. But
we can only work with the facts, eh?
Yeah. Let the best.
And the facts is we don't know. We don't know why.
Yeah. Let the best team win. Let the best team win. Pete, I wish you good luck. Take the FA Cup. That would be nice. Just like we have spoken, that it looks like the league is going to be very difficult. Just bid the viewers farewell, Pete.
Yeah. Have a good weekend, guys. Enjoy the football, and let's see what happens in the Champions League there. Let's hope that, Sundowns will make us proud.
Masandawana, Minona Pezu.
Sundawana.
Thank you so much. Much appreciated, Pete. Thank you.
Cheers, Aubrey. Bye-bye.
Kgotsong. Ke le tsebetsa ka buka ya ka e buang ka tsela yeo ke tsamaileng bophelong ba ka. Le tla utlwa ka mathata ao ke bileng le ona le katleho yeo ke e fihletseng. Hape le hore radio e nkahile jwang hore ke fetole bophelo ba ka. Takatso ya ka ke hore o fumane buka ena ya ka e tla fetola bophelo ba hao. Ya buang ke Dr. Chomani. Take it easy.